Well, hello there. It's the Archivist from TradingCardArchives.com. And if you can't hear it in my voice, I am very happy to be here today to do this one. These are my favorite videos to run. It's kind of the whole reason that I started the Archives project, which is I wanted to be able to create mixed collections of trading card openings. I kind of prefer that personally over just ripping a single box, although I do a lot of those too, uh, because of the sheer variety of cards and kind of the insanity that you can get on the table. And you're going to see it happen here in this video. It's going to be just total chaos and in the funnest way, in the most fun way possible, I hope. I've done this type of video 3 or 4 times in the past, although it's been a long time. And so I figured, why not do another one today? And so I call these the Sweet 16 or Archivist Choice. And what I do is I basically go through my shelves, which if you watch the tour of the archives I posted a couple weeks ago, you know that these shelves are loaded with boxes. And I'm not joking. Sometimes they are like 3 or 4 deep, just packed with boxes. There's over 300 boxes of trading cards in this room right now. And all of them in various states of being open. Some are sealed, some have just been opened, and a couple packs are missing. So only have 2 or 3 packs left. But all of them still have unopened packs in them of some kind. And so what I did is I spent honestly about an hour before this video just going through all of those boxes and trying to pick out ones that either I hadn't opened in a long time, I thought were very interesting, I thought people would like seeing, or ones that I just wanted to open, right? So I just looked at them. I really want to open a pack of those right now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to open one pack from each of those 16 boxes. And to give you an idea, I actually pulled out almost 32 packs. These are the ones I didn't choose. So I actually had these and I had to like narrow it down to these 16. It's very difficult for me to do this. And keep in mind, we're looking at 16 of 300. So that's where this set got narrowed down from. So I'm not saying these are the best sets that I have. Like, they're not. They're probably some of the Spider-Man sets or something are the best ones that I have. But these ones they're going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. And it's going to create this like really chaotic mix on the table of cards that I think is just going to be wonderful. But before we dig too deep into that, let's look at our top cards of the day, because they are rotating again, which I just love. So if you know me in my videos, what I do is as I'm filming during the day, I keep track of my favorite pulls from that day of filming, and that's where all these came from. So my current second place card was this Cloud Final Fantasy card that came from a Game Soul set, which is usually one of my favorites to open, and it would be in this collection right now, except I just opened a whole box of it, so I didn't want to put it back in again. But this is a PTR that I pulled from that, a very high level card and a beautiful card. Cloud Final Fantasy is, of course, a wonderful card to pull from that. That is a multiverse IP video game set, and it's a bootleg, so it's not licensed at all, but it has many different video games in a single box, not just Final Fantasy. My new second place card is one I just pulled from a set of Tom and Jerry cards, which I'm going to be honest, I was not expecting much from those. They're awesome. Like, they're really good cards. I had a ton of fun opening that. I'm probably going to buy more now. They're honestly that good. But my favorite by far was this Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory Tom and Jerry card here. So this was one of the pulls, and this will be my new second place card. And my first place card is going to stay this. So this is actually a metal card, all metal. It was custom made for me as part of a UFO independent trading cards Kickstarter run by Long Dog Cards. So that's the publisher who created this set. And if you back the Kickstarter, they would let you send in your own photo and they'd put it on this sort of abduction identification card, which is just part of the set. And it's such a fun thing. And so I sent them a picture of my cat, Batman. So that is my actual cat now, immortalized forever on a metal trading card, like metal. This is amazing. So easily my favorite card of the day. Probably nothing was going to beat that. But let me get those off the table so we have plenty of room to work with here. And then we'll go through these packs And I'm not going to, you can see them here now, but I'm not really going to introduce them now, because what we'll do is we'll talk about them as we open them. And the order is not so important, but I'll mark the video so you can, if you wanted to see a certain pack, you can kind of jump ahead in the video to where I open that one. And again, remember, we're only opening one pack of each of these, so it's possible that we get some duds, right? We might open a pack and it just doesn't have very good cards. It doesn't mean that set was bad. All the sets here I know have good cards. It's just that when you pick just one pack, you kind of, it's kind of rolling the dice, right? You're not necessarily going to get a great cards from it. Although at the same time, we may pull amazing cards from one of these, and that almost always happens. We have 16 chances, right? So first up, this is something pretty special. This is Big Face Studios Fairy Tail set. So Fairy Tail is a manga anime, and Big Face Studio is easily my favorite AliExpress card publisher. They make just wonderful, wonderful cards, although they haven't put out a production now in nearly 8 months. So I don't know if they just stopped or if their productions aren't being carried anymore, but it's been a long time since we've seen a Big Face Studio release. My hope is maybe by showing this on camera, even though I know they'll never watch this, maybe I can convince the universe to give us another set of Big Face Studio cards from anything. I would buy anything they make. All their sets are great. And this Fairy Tail set is also a wonderful, wonderful set of cards. Whether or not you like the Fairy Tail franchise, you will like these cards. They're very, very nice trading cards. And so our first pull is an SSR. A Period of Delight, it says. And I won't sleeve all the cards today, but there will be some that I just can't not sleeve, sorry. And that will include these Fairy Tail cards. Here's an MR. So that's actually a pretty high rating card from the set. Quite a nice pull there. And then we have a die cut, ZR. That's kind of amazing. So I was just talking, like, maybe we won't pull anything great today. We just pulled an MR and a ZR from a Big Face Studio set. That might not mean a lot to you, but to me that means very lucky. That was really a lucky pull. Oh, I'm gonna have trouble, I think, sleeving this one. Oh my. Sorry, that's actually pretty tough to sleeve. It's all the die cut. Ugh. Come on. There we go. Okay, I got it good. So there's our ZR. What a way to start the battle. Oh my gosh. That's kind of a very impressive way to start our day. And let's move right along to another one of my favorite sets and another wonderful manufacturer. This is Moon Card. They don't only make Sailor Moon sets, although I think they're most famous for that. They also make, oh gosh, what did they also make Studio Ghibli. They make a Studio Ghibli set that's amazing. And they have something else out that's out right now, and I just bought it, but I forgot now what it was, sorry. But another just wonderful manufacturer. And this Sailor Moon set is very good. I've always enjoyed opening it. I still have some boxes of it left. And there's actually a box of this in the giveaway pile, and we're almost at 888 subscribers. As soon as we get to 888 subscribers, I will run another giveaway, and I'll give away, a box of this, and there's all sorts of things in there that you could pick if you win. Here's one of their PRs. Now, one unfortunate aspect of this set is it's either going to be using stolen artwork or AI artwork, which is what you see here. But still, that's better to me than just being like completely stolen. So it's still pretty good, but do be aware of that. It's also unlicensed. This is fully unlicensed. There's a Polaroid. Very good, very good. And then moving right along, we're just going to keep moving here. This is Woof World. Woof World by JoyRiot. So if you don't recognize that company, they are the ones who made the Meow World set from last year. That was a set of cat art cards that sold out almost immediately. I had quite a few boxes here, and I know some other collectors who have a lot of it. But JoyRiot followed that up with Woof World, which was not quite as popular. You can actually still buy this set. It didn't sell out the way that Meow World did. It's also possible they just printed a lot more of it. But it's dog art cards. So these are art cards featuring dog artwork. And I'm sorry, I just hit the microphone. That probably made a horrible noise. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. But yeah, you'll see here we're going to be looking at dog art cards. So we've got kind of two here. So this is a base card from the set. That's a Scottish Terrier. And then this is a higher level card, Apple Pie. Apple Pie. And that's a Shibu eating some apple pie. And that again is Woof World is the set. And honestly, beautiful set of cards. And a great follow-up to Meow World, because Meow World had cat cards with the same kind of framing as this. So you can put them next to each other, and they sort of are a great follow-up for each other. Now, for something completely different, like totally on the other side of the universe, this is actually a Western trading card set. So this is a collectible card game, or CCG, from the 90s. I can't remember the exact year, sorry. And it's not on here. But this is for Austin Powers, which was this kind of spy parody movie that Mike Myers made. And it's very popular. You probably know quotes from it still. But Decipher is the company that made this game. And this game was not very popular. You can buy entire cases of this for a couple $100. It's not a very expensive product. But I love opening it still because all the cards sort of remind me of the movies, and I own all these movies. I still watch them once in a while. I have never actually played this game. I have no idea if it plays well. I doubt it. But I have played Decipher's other games like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, which both did play very well. And so there we have a little bit of innuendo there, playing some chess. There is Spank You Very Much. It was a thing. There's Scott, that's Dr. Evil's son. The President. Anita Boyd. She's a Woody stalker. Freaking bone. These are like different types of cards. When you build your deck, you kind of have to have different sorts of cards in the deck. Again, this was a full-on TCG, right? Like you played this against other people, theoretically. Dr. Evil and his mini-me. There's Willie Nelson. There were quite a lot of celebrity cameos in that movie that, maybe went past you quickly, but they are all captured on the cards well. And one more, Dr. Evil. Interesting thing for sure, and an odd thing, but I think it has an important place sort of in the trading card game universe as being this weird product that probably shouldn't have existed. Although back when that was made, pretty much any movie or television show even was getting a TCG release. Card games were so popular at that time that you would see in a store, maybe 100 different ones. None of them survived, but except for a couple, like Magic, of course, survived, but very few others did. Sorry. Up next is Saint Seiya. And these are fully licensed Saint Seiya cards from Kayou, a very big manufacturer who only makes licensed products. This is the second edition box, and this set is probably the most value-heavy cards I own. And what I mean by that is there's no way we'll pull it today. Let me get some water. Sorry, this is like my 5th video today. I've been talking for a long time. But yeah, this Saint Seiya set has numbered cards in it that can be worth not hundreds, but thousands of dollars. And I'm not even joking. I have spoken with someone who personally pulled a Hades card from this set, which was worth, which he sold for $1,600. And I have seen listings of that same card sell for $2,400. So this is a $24 box of cards, and you're pulling 100 times the card value out of it. It's kind of insane. But like I said, we're not going to get that today, so don't worry. Don't get too excited. But I'll show you some of the cards anyway, because they are quite pretty. So there's an SR. It's another SR. This is actually a QR. This could have some value, not thousands of dollars, but the QRs sometimes can go for $10 to $20. I'll actually go look it up just to check. But this is a Camus QR. So let me pause here and I'll be right back. Well, I was a little bit far off, but really not that far off. There are people selling this for $5 to $6, but that's with $10 shipping. So, you know, it could be, maybe they're like hiding some of the cost in the shipping. But it's a beautiful looking card nonetheless. And obviously the QRs are quite beautiful cards from the set. And then it looks like we pulled our two rares here are those. So nice looking cards. There have been 2 sets of Saint Seiya cards from Kayou. Only the second box has the very high-end expensive cards in it. The first box just didn't quite have that many in it. And what I'm going to do now is kind of empty this board a little bit just so that we have some room for more cards. So what I'll be doing is just getting rid of some of them that I didn't like quite as much as the others and just making room. And from here, I think we've got to pick maybe 1 or 2 of these that we like, and the rest we're probably going to have to get rid of. How about Willie Nelson there? He's a cool dude, right? And spank you very much. That's a very, I don't know, maybe it's probably not common anymore, but back when I was in high school, people would say that to each other in the hallway all the time. So it was a well-loved phrase at that time. This set that I'm opening right now is very special. I have a box of this in the giveaway pile as well, which I'm shocked nobody has taken yet. This is Demon Slayer cards by Soul Cards, but they're bootlegs. And the interesting thing here, we might not pull it, but there are Pokemon cards in here. So basically Demon Slayer characters acting as Pokemon trainers with the Pokemon next to them are in this set, and it's wild to see. Beyond that, there are also just very waifu style cards in here too. You'll see. We probably will pull one of those. So we've actually done kind of amazingly well so far. That is a CP from the set. That is a very high tier card from that particular set. Great pull. Here's a UR. Oh my god, what a pack. Okay, so yeah, we've pulled one of the SPs. So the SP is where you get the Pokemon. And so there it is. There's a Demon Slayer character with a Pokemon. Like, what a crazy concept. And I'm telling you, I have a whole box of that to give away that no one's ever picked, and I am shocked no one's picked that. This UR, as good as it looks, probably not worth as much as either of those. And then at the base level, like I said, you just kind of get these, very waifu-y looking cards here. Okay, then let's move forward to our next pack, which is Chainsaw Man. And specifically, this is the very cheap in price Chainsaw Man cards. So you can buy these on a bunch of different vendors. They sell in 1 and 2 yuan versions, and the cards are incredibly cheap, like $9 a box for 36 packs. So like insanely cheap. And they look at, like you'll see when we get in there, they're not the highest quality thing. They all have exactly the same back, but the designs on the front I've always thought were exceptionally good, like way better than they deserve to be. And in all honesty, I have opened 10 different Chainsaw Man sets here, and a couple that I've opened like 20 boxes from. So I love Chainsaw Man, and I have a lot of cards from it. I can tell you this is one of the best sets. As cheap as it is, this set, I think, does the best job of really representing the breadth of artwork from the show and presenting it well. and not focusing too much on the waifu side, which a lot of the sets are just all waifu and nothing else. But this one, I mean, there's a little bit, but it really captures, I think, the battles in the show super well. So here we have a UR, that's an SSR, it's a rare, it's another SSR, beautiful cards. And of course, it's all marketing art, so it's not original art or anything like that. But it is presented, I think, extremely well on these cards. And is that a dupe within the same pack? It is. So we got a dupe in the pack. That is unfortunately common with this level of card. But you also get like 11 cards in a pack, so you can't complain too much, really. I would say this UR here is probably our top pull from that. But wonderful, wonderful set. I mean, honestly, very good set. If you are interested in Chainsaw Man at all, I would definitely recommend picking that up. It's dirt cheap and great cards. You will get so many lovely, lovely cards from there. Okay, now this is something very interesting. So this is not Card.Fun's. This is Disney 100, but it's not Card.Fun. It's KakaWow. So back when Disney 100 first started, so it's like a year ago now, that's the 100-year anniversary of Disney, they commissioned two companies to make trading cards for them, Card.Fun and KakaWow. Both of them made tons and tons of sets. I mostly bought Card.Fun sets. I actually had never bought any KakaWow set cards before. I've never looked at them before. This is my first pack ever opening. I did not buy this on AliExpress. I bought this at a local shop in Los Angeles. So I just walked into the shop. It's called Crossing Collectibles in Culver City. And I just walked in and they had tons of different AliExpress cards there, including Three Kingdoms, Naruto, a lot of Kayou stuff. But they also had a lot of KakaWow cards there, like a lot. And I love Stitch as one of my favorite movies, and I have the Card.Fun Stitch set here. But I wanted to open a pack of the KakaWow Stitch cards, so that's what this is. And these are, in fact, fully licensed, in China at least, Stitch cards. Although, again, I've never opened this particular set before, so we're going to see some brand new cards today. So that is GG, also known as Experiment 007. So all of the Stitch characters are technically like experiments. Here is one of the base cards. Wow, that is very dark. That is hard to see. In fact, it's weird. That has almost the exact same framing as the Card.Fun sets did. And it's very strange. They have like very similar framing. I'm kind of curious if maybe KakaWow is just another brand that Card.Fun publishes under, although I'm not 100% sure. These aren't exactly the same. But there is our sort of set list for the set. And then this is a die cut of Holio. That's super cute. Nice. So I had never gotten a die cut before from there. Oh, nice. So that is KakaWow's Stitch set, which very, very dark card here. I'm honestly, is it like a printing error? Is there a film on it? Like you can barely even see that. It's very strange. But such as it is, such as it is. Okay, moving right along here, we probably need to clean up a little bit again, just because we need to make sure we have space. So let's maybe ditch that super dark card. We're going to have to pick only one fairy tale card. Sorry, we can't keep them both. And I don't think we should keep both of those either, although that is a very awesome pull. But yeah, how about we keep that table, and then we'll move along here to our next pack. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is a bootleg set that came out probably like 5 or 6 months ago now. And I actually have quite a lot of it. I bought a lot of it. It's well collected. There's a good secondary market for it. Quite a big trading environment for this too. I've traded with a few different people. who collect this set. Also still available, so you can still buy this one. Although there is a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set out that I don't have yet, but it's on the way. And as soon as it gets here, I'll be able to compare the two and see which one is best. Although this set has been pretty fun, despite it has some weird printing problems that we'll see once we get into it. And oh yeah, I forgot, it features Michael Bay turtles, probably too heavily. But this GR here, which is honestly a very good pull from the set, that's a fairly rare card, although a little bit of damage on the corners there. But this GR features Michael Bay Donatello, which not my favorite turtles, but still a good looking card. And then, like I said, there are some weird printing issues. This font choice on these base cards is the main thing. And so this set has turtles from all the different franchises. So Michael Bay, the comics, the movies, everything. The new set that's coming out is heavily focused on this new animation style. So if you don't like this animation style, the new set is not for you because it's all that and only that. And then moving right along, this is a Gintama set. So Gintama is an Edo period humorous manga anime. How do you describe this? About sword fighters who sort of, sword fighters for hire with a giant cat, and it's really funny. I don't know. It's a very strange franchise to talk about. But there have been live action versions of this, which are just wild to watch. Not good, but crazy. This is, as far as I know, the only Gintama set that exists. I've never seen another one. And I open it once in a while because I don't have so many packs left, but I've never seen another set than this. So if you want Gintama cards, you kind of have to go here or just not have them. So there you go. There are our Gintama cards. Like I said, they're not the most advanced, they're not like fancy or anything, but as far as, basic retail trading cards go, they're not bad. And you could certainly do worse. Okay, moving forward, this is Doraemon, which is a Japanese cat robot, very famous character in Japan. Actually, the official anime ambassador of Japan is kind of that famous. And what's interesting is this set was made by the same publisher as that one. So the company that's making these kind of low-end cards is making a lot of them. They've made sets for everything. I have a Barbie one, a Mario one, I have a Marvel one. I have actually a black pink one that I've never opened yet. I should probably do that someday. Because I think they're still popular. Anyway, that's a K-pop band. But yeah, there's so many different sets made by this publisher. But these Doraemon ones are my favorites by far. Even beyond the Chainsaw Man ones. You'll see what I mean. They just look great. The printing is wonderful. The color's good on them. There's a lot of different rarities. Actually, like quite a few different rarities in here. And just great looking cards. There's an SSR. There's a UR. Hey, we did pretty good. It's a great looking card again. So you'll notice, I always like to tell this story, but there are, Doraemon himself is blue, right? He's a blue cat. You notice that? He's blue and he doesn't have any ears. So Doraemon's a cat robot that was built by the grandfather of the person that he's currently taking care of. And he was sent back in time to take care of that person's grandson and help him become a better person. Basically, is the concept of the show. So it's a time-traveling robot. There are other ones, though, and this is one of Doraemon's friends. Now, she has ears, and she's yellow. She's like the correct color for a cat, correct as far as cat robots go. The reason that Doraemon's blue and is missing his ears is some mice got into him once, because he's a robot, right? And they ate his ears, and that scared him so much that he turned blue. That's the actual canon reason why Doraemon is blue, in case you were wondering about that. Which, yeah, nobody was wondering about that, but now you know. Now you know. Okay, moving right along, we've got some movie cards, but not from the West. These are movie cards from China, and they were printed for the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And as you can tell, specifically the fourth one was Salazar in it. But there are some beautiful cards in this set. I haven't pulled any yet, but there are metal cards that could be in these packs. We didn't get one today, I can tell already. But we're going to get two from here. And we did get a B, actually. That's very good. And a PB. Wow, okay, so that's actually super good. Okay, so that's Mulroy and Barbosa. So the way these sets work is they work on an alphabet rarity system. So triple A is the highest ranking card you can get, like the most rare card, then double A, triple B, double B, B, triple C, C, like that, right? So it's letters going down. So Bs and double Bs are actually like pretty high tier cards in the set. So I was very happy actually to pull these two. I will get them both sleeved here. Unfortunately, not the biggest secondary market on these. You could probably guess that. Not a lot of people collecting Pirates of the Caribbean trading cards these days. But I like them, and it's an interesting thing to have, even, right? Like, who else even makes that, right? It's a weird thing. So I like to have them around. There's a set of Matrix cards from the Matrix movie by the same group, and those cards are actually amazing. I had someone send me their whole binder, pictures of their entire binder, and it is pretty incredible. I have a box of them on the way, but I don't have that box right now. So it's nice. That's a very nice looking card there. Okay, moving forward, we're going to keep going here. Remember, this is just a mix of all my favorite sets, so that's why we have this kind of chaos on the table here, where we've got a dog, we've got Sailor Moon, Saint Seiya, waifu, Demon Slayer, we've got Willie Nelson, we've got Doraemon, Chainsaw Man, we've got Stitch, it's Turtles, Pirates. Why don't we throw in Zelda? How about that? So there is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild set. Definitely a bootleg, because Nintendo doesn't license their stuff to anybody. If they are going to make trading cards, they make it themselves. So if you ever see Nintendo stuff, it's almost always going to be bootlegs. But these cards are pretty good. I've enjoyed opening them. I still have quite a few left. And let's take a look at what we got today. So we got a WR 7 Treasure Dagger. It's cool. One of the weapons in the game. This is, I'm not entirely sure. It's a very cool looking card, but it is just an SSR. Just. This on the other, oh, this is an SR. Sorry, never mind. Good card still with the cutscene, one of the cutscenes on it. Although I honestly think that probably this might be the prettiest card we've pulled from it today. So why don't I get that sleeved? Put that up on top. Yeah, it's a lovely set, and also very, very inexpensive. I think you can get boxes for $16 or something. Moving forward, we've got just 3 more packs to get through. Actually, I'm going to switch the order of those just because I don't want to end on that one. That one's a weird one to end on. But yeah, let's look at this next. So this is officially licensed Minions cards. That's right, Minions. They make trading cards, and they're official. These are by Card.Fun. And they're actually really good. There are 2 sets out. The second set, I never bought a box of it. I actually have one in my cart right now. I just have never done it. I just keep not doing it for some reason. I don't know. Maybe next time I'll buy one. But I know there are commenters that keep suggesting that I buy the second set. I just never got around to it. But this is the first set. And let's see what we got here today. So this is Minions Paradise. Very cute card there. I'm trying to figure out what rarity that is. And oh, it's stickers. So that's actually stickers on there. So I don't know if you can see, but you would be able to peel all those off. How cool is that? We got some Minions stickers. Honestly, that's very, very cool is what I would say. I love sticker cards. Here is a villain card. And then our base SSR are just going to be kind of stills from the film. But really, these stickers are definitely the winner here today. That's epic. I'm really happy about that. If you know me, I love my stickers, and that is actually very cool thing to get. Okay, second to last pack. We need to make some space here. I'm not sure how to do it. Might have to go kind of like, I guess we can get rid of this stitch because we have that other stitch up there. Put Willie Nelson here maybe, and then we'll use that spot for this card. So this is actually, believe it or not, one of the most popular things I have on both the website and the videos. A lot of people love these videos. This is Monster Girl Encyclopedia, which is a, oh, how do you even describe this? It's definitely waifu. It's obviously adult only. It says so right on the pack. These were printed in Japan, not in China. That's why all the letter, this is Japanese, not Chinese. It's hard to tell, but I can tell. And they are cryptids. So these are all going to be like half animal, monster, paranormal thing kind of stuff. And there's a whole universe built up around this Monster Girl Encyclopedia that includes RPG games, visual novels, a big, huge wiki project. You know, similar in scope to something like SCP. There's just so many wiki articles about the different cryptids that exist there in the Monster Girl universe. And yeah, it's a fascinating thing. You'll see here when we get into the cards, kind of why it's so fascinating. But here's our first card. That's a lady, kind of a snake there. These are rarities, so that's common. This is common. Common, and then we've got two uncommons here. There's a rare. And then this is an SR. That's a Kikimori is what that is. So I'm not entirely sure what a Kikimori is, but if you could, I can't read all that Japanese anymore. I probably could have at some point, but I mean, I could get through it if I spent a lot of time, but I don't want to waste all your time today. But the back of the card does explain what a Kikimori is. And I just love that refraction in the background and then this etching on the front. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Cryptid waifus is what that is. Crazy, crazy thing, but definitely popular, like insanely popular. I'm not kidding. And then for our last pack, this is a set that I do open quite often. It is actually one of my favorite sets of all time. This is Gundam Mechanical Story by Little Frog. And these are unlicensed Gundam cards, so they're bootlegs, but they're so good, like so good. This is sold in a 5 yuan box only, one of those cube boxes, and I have quite a few of them here. I actually have one in the giveaway pile too, if you want it, if you win the giveaway. When I'm running the next giveaway, remember, subscribe and we'll run it at 888. We're not running it right now. We're very close. And so yeah, these are Little Frog Gundam cards, and they're so good. So let's take a look at what we got here. First, at the back, there will be a point card. So Little Frog has a kind of redemption point system. I can't use this. You need to be in China to use these. But if you redeem enough of these, you can get free packs and even a free box from them. But you need to have an account and everything. And then here's an SR. What I love about these is they all have a unique refraction texture. You'll see that in the background. Even this is SR is a base card, just like this one is. But it has a completely unique refraction texture. See that? And then the other thing I love about them is there's so many. There's hundreds of these. I think there's over 200 cards in the set. And so you get everything. You get every single Gundam that has ever existed. And this isn't even a Gundam. This is actually a mobile armor, which is like a giant I don't even know, like a giant fortress or something that they use in the anime to fight, but it's like way bigger than an actual Gundam. But it gets a card, right? So it's kind of like everything from the Gundam universe has a card in this set, and that's what I love about it. And then here's a beautiful AMX 101. And then our hit in that pack is actually an SSR here. And that's an SSR FA0105. So that's a Z Gundam is what that is. Full armor Z Gundam. And you can kind of tell by the dual cannons there on the front. But whenever the Gundam has a named pilot, the pilot will also appear on the card. And there are ZR level cards in this set. The backs have great information too. We didn't pull one today, but the ZRs have signatures from the pilots. I actually have, I don't have it here right now to show you, but I have a Benager signed Unicorn Gundam card. Like crazy, right? I mean, obviously he didn't really sign it because he's an animated character, but it's so cool to see that gold signature on there with the Unicorn Gundam. It's such a cool thing. So yeah, I love that set. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I sure did. This is always one of my favorite videos to run. We get to go through such a variety of cards and so many different styles and products and franchises and types and levels and Western cards, Eastern cards, everything, right? So it's just crazy. But I had a blast running the video, and yeah, let me know what your favorites were from here, or if there's something you've seen me open before, you know I have, that maybe I've forgotten about. Let me know in the comments. I can make sure to get it into the next video I run. But for now, I'm going to sign off probably for the day. This will be my last video for today. But it was a lot of fun filming this one. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.